Hi, everybody. Coming up on 11:10 right now, and snow is falling across Greenville, Asheville, Hendersonville, all across the area and spreading east and north. If you're not seeing it yet, you will very soon, and it is coming down hard and heavy outside and will continue to be doing so as we go throughout the rest of the day. Check out our Skycam that we've been monitoring right at the state line from Georgia into South Carolina, right at Lake Hartwell, right at the welcome to South Carolina, right at the welcome to Georgia sign. The ground is covered. The interstate is now being impacted. This is I-85, and drivers are going slower here, and you're seeing it. What it always does is it starts at the outskirts of the interstate, and it makes its way in. I've got new data for your town as far as how much more you're going to see, and what I'm seeing in the radar trends, because at this point, we kind of ditched the models. We use them for guidance, but now it's time just to look out the window, look at the radar trends, and use our meteorological know-how to help you get through it. That's why it's important to trust people like our team at WYFF4 that have meteorology backgrounds to let you know what's happening. And in this case, we've got a lot to track. So thank you. If you're new to this channel, wherever you're watching from, please hit the like button, subscribe to the WYFF page that you're watching from right now, and turn on notifications. That's our way to help you. Let's look at the radar, because that dark blue showing up right now, that is heavy snow moving in. Each dot here indicates snow that is reaching the ground and being observed. And out my window in Greenville, where I live, it is like a snow globe. It is so beautiful out. I'm able to see what's going on and where. And right now, before I head to the TV station to spend the rest of my day on TV and online for you, and a bit more of a professional suit, I'll have the tie on. I'll have to decide whether the jacket's on or not, right? If it's severe, I guess the jacket comes off. That's kind of the rolling theme, right? But nonetheless, that snow that is moving into our area is responsible for producing this back through Georgia. This is in line with what I've been seeing in Atlanta. This is the South Carolina-Georgia state line right there at Lake Hartwell. You see Interstate 85 rolling along okay. Here comes a truck. Looks like a scraper. Yep, you got a DOT worker right there scraping the interstate. Hooray. We salute you, sir or ma'am. Good work there, because the roads are getting messy on I-85. This is I-85 there as you cross from Anderson County into Georgia, right there as you're crossing right over the line. Let's look at some other areas here, because this is spreading in. We'll start with the radar here as this snow is piling into areas of the upstate. And right now it's all snow, as we expected. It is expected to stay snow for a good bit of this day, giving most of us some accumulation, but it's going to coat everything with a level of accumulation. But folks, this isn't just for the upstate. It's snowing and sleeting as far south and east as Myrtle Beach. And as I turn on the warnings here, we're talking about this being an active threat for so many millions. The pink is a winter storm warning, which means conditions are going to be dire, almost impassable. Winter weather advisory, you can expect some slippery roads. That's as far south as Moncks Corner, right outside of Charleston, right outside of Myrtle Beach. Everybody except for the immediate coastline, because the water is just a little too warm to catch it. But look at this. This has been expanded due to current trends, and I think our forecast is really on track. Unfortunately, ice is going to be a component of this as we go throughout the day today. But snow is flying around for the first time in 1,090 days. 1,090 days. The biggest snow drought on record ends right now. My daughter was 11 days old the last time it snowed, and now she's 3 years old and likes to interrupt my live broadcasts. I love it secretly, and it's going to be a great memory one day. But let's get into what's going to happen the rest of the day, because I do have to throw a tie on and drive into the TV station. So I don't have to. I love to. These are the days that why we do what we do, right? But I do need to keep an eye on the clock, as I'm trying to keep in mind here. Juggling dad life, juggling everything here. And the snowflakes are getting fatter and heavier outside my window here in Greenville, and I hope they are for you too if it's what you want to see. Let's look at some of those sky cams, because I want to start where it is coming down. right along our Doppler site. Let's just start where our Doppler is in Greenville, or Anderson County rather. Ground is covered, and this is a perfect example of why it gets dangerous. Look at the differences here, folks. The overpass of mile marker 2, that van was hauling it. Man, that minivan was just killing it on there. Okay, slow down, please. Slow down. Don't be that minivan. This is the overpass over I-85. Notice the overpass has snow and ice on it, while the interstate is well-treated, well-traveled, so it is still clear. But this is in Anderson County, almost to Greenville County. We've already got accumulation on the ground, in the trees, to the side of the interstate, but travel's still fine. Where you're going to find here is, look at this overpass. This is not Georgia, folks. This is right outside of Greenville County in Anderson. That overpass is completely covered. And this is just the start. I mean, this is the appetizer, folks. So the overpass is covered. It's only going to get downhill, and you'll see this interstate get covered soon too. The snow will come down harder and overcome that. Let's go down just a little bit. This would be mile marker 21. Again, the interstate's looking fine. The ground's now covered. Let's go a little bit further south as far as we can before we get into there. There you go. This would be mile marker 2. About to enter. There's Lake Hartwell off in the distance, so the ground's covered right there as well. So a band of heavy snow moving into those areas. Let's get into Greenville County, because many of you are starting to see some snow in and around Greenville. Let me climb up. There's Prisma. Here's near the hospital. Snow's flying around in and around Prisma, Greenville Memorial, St. Francis, starting to see some snow in that area. And then you get in here to downtown Greenville. Where am I at here? Get some bearings. Here's Roper Mountain. Snow's flying around, not accumulating. Certainly a slowdown right there. This is I-85, mile marker 52, over Roper Mountain Road. Is where that camera is. Here's the interchange of 385 and I-85. It is snowing. It is not sticking yet there. Let's go up toward Verde. This is I-385 right in here. This gets off of the Haywood Mall, I believe. So there's 385. You got snow coming down. It's not yet coating the ground in those areas. But in and around 385, certainly. There's the mall. There's the Haywood Mall. There's I-385 southbound. There's I-385 coming into downtown Greenville. It is snowing rather heavy right now. So simply put, this is going to continue to move in. Here is I-385. Looks like the Pleasantburg exit. Yep, there we go. You're going on down. This would be the Pleasantburg exit. On down would be Stone Boulevard. There we go. So watching it closely for you folks. There's Pelham. Pelham's always slowing down right there at 85, but it is snowing at Pelham as well, and going to continue to spread on in, folks. So downtown Greenville, here's downtown. Snow's pretty moderate. Not covering the ground yet, but it sure will be as we head into the next couple of hours. What are you seeing in your neck of the woods? Columbus is getting it. Asheville's getting it. My dad at Justice Orchard saying it's getting it, okay? So right now the snow is pretty. It's falling, but I want to show you too. I mean, we're talking an hour's difference between where I was just showing you in South Carolina and what it looks like right at the Anderson County, Hart County line in Georgia. Right when you cross Lake Hartwell and you jump into, maybe it's Franklin County, but you jump right into Georgia from South Carolina. We've got several inches of snow covering the ground, and those plows are coming. I see them come through. Well-traveled, so it's still looking okay, but that is for a limited time here. 380, you can see this left lane coming into South Carolina is covered in snow. They just plowed this lane, so that's where a lot of people are traveling in that one. But notice here comes this truck right here. This person's got their flashers on. So I mean, you can tell they're slowing down and they're beginning to have some trouble with the travel in this. But it looks like that left-hand lane is starting to get overcome with snow. So is this left-hand lane. And I saw a DOT worker go through and scrape it right there. but does not look like they've gotten this left lane. You can see the impact that has, as it is now starting to cover the ground on 85, and that's Interstate 85. That's not a back road. That's not a surrounding area. Here is downtown Greenville coming into town. Let's go back down here because there was a great example of an overpass. You can see the interstate right there, mile marker 27 on I-85. Let's go up one more. That's the same one. I clicked it twice. Trying to find that bridge I just showed you. There you go, the plows. There you go, DOT. We salute you. 4 of them. There's another one, 5 of them. They're getting after it, folks. 6 of them. And there's the tail, 7. 7 of them right there. That was a good catch. Honestly, linemen, power crews, men and women, you guys are our heroes right now as we watch this system unfold and continue to watch this go through. All right, let's try to find, where'd my camera go? I got to find that really good camera I had just a moment ago. That one's good too, but I want a specific one. Bear with me for 1 second. It really shows how. Yep. All right. Here's a good one. This shows how 85. Again, the grass, the woods, the medians get covered first, but because these 3 lanes of 85 are traveled, they're not getting accumulation yet. But as we saw back toward Georgia, just 10 minutes, 10 miles down 85. 85 is now getting covered, okay? So it can only last too long because this surface is below freezing and the snow is coming down, and as it comes down harder and heavier, it's going to allow things to begin to deteriorate, and those roads will begin to get covered in those areas. So where are you watching from? Let me know. There's that one. There it is. There's the one I wanted to show you. Yes. All right, here's I-85 south at mile marker 24. This is leaving Greenville County. I want to show you the difference. This is a great example, a dangerous example. You got the overpass right here, which is covered in snow, accumulated. It is slick. It probably has 1 inch, maybe 2 on it. And this is before the ice happens, folks. So you see 85 down below is close to a speed limit drive right now. Folks need to start slowing down soon because as that snow picks up, it's going to start accumulating on 85, as we know. But that overpass, just outside of Greenville County, the road is already covered. Now, that's an overpass. Our secondary roads are fine. I'm looking outside of my window right now at my home in Greenville. The grass isn't quite covered yet, but now the pavement is wet. That's the first step. I take that back. The grass is starting to get covered, and so is the bush out my window. So we've got the snow coming down hard and heavy there. Those overpasses are going to be the first to freeze, the first to get some snow, and you can see that here. This is not Georgia. This is one exit outside of Greenville. There goes the car. Again, I don't think I'd be going that fast. Maybe it looks faster on the video than it actually is. But that snow, as you continue to travel up 85, is really starting to accumulate. So those of you that are in Greenville right now, our friends to the south are showing us that it is starting to accumulate in these areas, and will continue to do so. Where we're getting snow in Pelzer, we're getting snow in Greenville, Malden, Simpsonville. Here's Simpsonville near Bridgeway. Snow is coming down. So just about everybody's seeing snow right now. Does anybody have the snow covering the ground yet? Snowing in Lyman, snowing in Campobella, snowing in Inman, hello in Spartanburg. Christine says it's snowing here. Beautiful. Just stopped snowing in Ware Shoals. Yeah, you'll see it pick up and go. Joey says it's snowing in Spartanburg. Carrie says hello. Boyd says hello. Any ideas on when the sleet and freezing rain will be here? That is the million-dollar question, my friends. If our models are right, they're telling us that'll start to occur 3, 4, 5 o'clock. But right now, there's just enough cold air that this thing's reaching all the way to Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach, Moncks Corner, Charleston, Columbia, Orangeburg, Augusta, all seeing snow right now. And by the way, folks, you can access this. This is on our WYFF4 page here. Brought to you by Tuck and Hal right here on our page. Trying to show you the top part of it. There you go. You got closings, you got delays, and you can access that right there as well as your latest forecast. So as we zoom out on this map that's so nifty, this is a big storm, folks, and it's just kind of just getting started here across the area. And really, at this hour, I'm not seeing much in the way of ice in this. It's just really a lot of snow. There's a little bit of freezing rain or sleet trying to mix in at Metro Atlanta, a little bit in Orangeburg and Columbia, but for the most part, this is all snow stretching all the way back to Alabama. Now, the low itself sits back here toward Mississippi. And that low is strong. It's wanted to send in some southerly winds. So there at the end tonight, this evening, that's when we're going to be in this neck of the woods. So does some sleet, does some freezing rain try to work in. By then, we're at 4, 5, 6 o'clock. It's cold out, but I'm not necessarily worried about the temperatures at the surface. It's more above us when we start to see the warmer air try to work in. That melts that snowflake, allows it to fall as a sleet pellet, and then freezing rain tries to glaze it over. So that's kind of the way it looks right now, but snow is falling across much of the upstate and will continue to do so as we go throughout the afternoon and the evening hours. I want to show you just for some comparison again. Here is I-385 in Simpsonville. You've got the snow falling down, starting to stick in the grass. The roads are perfectly fine right now in those areas, but I do expect road problems to go downhill quickly. And let me explain why before I pop off here and throw on the suit and make my way into WYFF4. So let's just kind of start and work our way down from Greenville. There's Greenville. The flakes are flying. Let's go down just a little bit. Here's mile marker 27. And then as we go down just a little bit more, down I-85, here's the problem. You've got 2 exits outside of Greenville in Anderson County. You got the overpass that's covered. That's an early indication of what's to come. So the overpasses are first, then the secondary roads, and then the interstates. So let's go on farther south where it's been snowing longer by about an hour. So you can kind of guess what's happening in your neck of the woods. This was not covered an hour ago. So if you're just now starting to see the snow, this is what you'll see within an hour in Greenville. This is Anderson County. The ground is covered. That Amazon truck's taking it slow. Oh, you can't see the Amazon. There's an Amazon truck right there getting off the exit. Taking it slow, very gingerly. All right. Going on down the mountain. Not the mountain, I say down the interstate. Here we are. Let's go down a little bit more. Let's go all the way to the state line. This is the South Carolina mile marker 2 as you're about to head into Georgia. The ground is covered, but the interstates looks fine. But let's switch over to Georgia and go to that first camera that's right outside of South Carolina, just for some perspective. There's Gumlog, there's Livonia, here's Fairplay. So you're going down I-85. You see the Welcome to Georgia, the Big Peach, Brian Kemp, and then you're there. So let me just show you what that looks like. And it is a different world here, folks. There's probably 3-4 inches of snow on the ground right there. Notice how 85 is significantly slower. It is not a speed limit drive anymore. They just plowed. I saw a DOT truck come through here and get that right lane. They have not gotten that left lane yet. Here comes a truck. He is not going speed limit. As you see, he's driving. He's throwing up snow on his wheels right there. Probably going 40, maybe 50. There's a truck behind him. Nobody's in this lane anymore. Or if they are, they're few and far between. Everybody's trying to hang out in this last lane that's still fine. They did not plow this lane, and you can see the difference it makes. Now, they're out there. They're like bees swarming around trying to hit these roads. But, folks, this is not Atlanta. This is our viewing area in between Livonia and Anderson. And this was not like this. This was not like this an hour and a half ago. So within an hour and a half, we went from seeing the grass, seeing the roads be dry to this, okay? So conditions are going to go downhill in the next 2 hours across many areas of Greenville. I'm looking outside my window now. It's just coming down. The grass is starting to get covered. My bushes are starting to get covered, the mulch, and now the pavement is wet. That's the first step to getting the pavement to actually get some accumulation going. So again, to reiterate, this is our viewing area right outside of Anderson County. You probably have 3-4 inches of snow on the ground there at the I-85 right there at the state line between Georgia and South Carolina. All right, monitoring all of my tools. Don't know what that means. Don't do that. I am trying to control this button here, and there. Nope. Let's try one more. Where are you at? There it is. That's what I meant. Too many buttons. All right, so winter storm warnings for all of our area, all the way up to Raleigh, all the way far west to the Mississippi, and then you've got winter weather advisories all the way to the coast right here. And those all the way to Myrtle Beach, just outside of Myrtle Beach in Horry County. Almost every county in North Carolina except for Wilmington. Every county in North Carolina except for Wilmington. And then every county in South Carolina except for the immediate coastline cities from Beaufort up through Horry County are under some sort of winter warning, whether it be an advisory or a warning, and we're right there in the thick of it here. And I want to show you my radar one more time before heading in for TV time. Everybody's now seeing snow across the upstate. There's heavier snow back toward the west. It's going to continue to stream in. Several hours of meaningful heavy snow that's going to lead to accumulation and lead to those roads going downhill. You're going to get the snow. Could be 2 inches, could be 4 inches. By this afternoon, we're going to get some sleet, probably a half an inch to an inch, and then we get a little bit of ice. That's going to be 6, 7 o'clock. By 9, 10 o'clock, things are simmering down. That's when this thing starts to shift down a gear. By midnight, what's happened has happened, and we're going to be able to see things get a little bit drier going into the overnight hours. Anyway, thanks, folks. I truly appreciate you and your trust. Please stay with us at WYFF4. And, of course, if you don't already, I'm going to go ahead and remind you, please go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel wherever you're watching from, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We sure appreciate that, as that helps us get the warnings out to you so that you stay fresh with the data today as you're out and about. Got 3 inches in Habersham County, Georgia, Franklin County, Georgia, 3 inches, almost 4 inches there along the state line. That is in line with what I'm seeing. Got snow at Paris Mountain, Clinton seeing some snow. Jennifer says, please be careful on the way to work. We need you. Jennifer, you're so kind. Thank you. Truly, folks, you mean the world to me and my family. We're holding it down. We're going to get through today, and just be where you're going to be within the next 2 hours, please. You don't want to be traveling in this. And just to reiterate why, I'll show it to you one more time. Let's refresh the video. This is why. This is I-85 outside of Anderson County, right as you cross into Georgia. That is moving to a town near you, okay? This is about 4 inches of snow in western parts of Anderson County, eastern parts of Franklin County, and I-85 is beginning to get impacted by the snow. You see that lane right there. Here's a truck coming through. Is it a plow? Nope, it's a semi. There's a box truck. There's a semi without the rest of his stuff. He's going slow, but you see the slush. There is slush in that left lane, starting to get some more slush in this lane as the snow is coming down hard and heavy there. So, folks, please be careful out there. I'll see you on TV. About to join the team here at 12 o'clock, so have a good rest of your day. This isn't the end. I'll be keeping you informed